Hey, my name is Sruti. I'm an author and spiritual teacher. Today I'm out walking with my crutch and my orthopedic boot, still recovering from surgery on both of my feet. So in 2018, I had the allergic reaction to the ear piercing that changed my life. And overnight, when my appearance changed, I basically died. I was unrecognizable to anyone that I had previously known, and to people that were in my family and to myself. And also looked like I'd aged maybe 20 years. I went from being a 30-year-old young woman to immediately being called ma'am and treated like a generation much older than mine. And it didn't seem to matter what I said or how I acted. People just looked at the exterior appearance and just thought either a middle-aged to older woman or frankly someone with some mental handicaps. I actually stood in line at a grocery store behind someone I knew pretty well. She had absolutely no idea who I was. It was really awkward because I didn't know what to do. I mean, how often are we in situations like that? I mean, how do you even ask someone, what do I hypothetically do if my face blows up 5 times the size it normally is and I'm standing behind someone in line that I know and who should know me, but instead she was directly in front of me in line, and there was this free bag you got with a purchase of a certain tea or something, and she wanted to know where the free bag was in the store, so she had to go back into the store to get it. And in order to do that, she had to walk pretty much through me. So she had to say to me very politely, "Pardon me, ma'am." And I didn't know what to do. Should I say, "Oh, hi, Susan. It's me, haha, and this is what happened to my face"? What kind of reaction do you get from that? I mean, probably pity or horror or shock. I don't know. I mean, it was just so strange. I didn't know what to do, so I just moved aside and said, okay. It felt a little bit like as if you were attending your own funeral. I mean, she didn't necessarily know what had happened to me. No one said, "Oh, you're dead." But I basically disappeared off the face of the earth as I knew myself for 6 or 7 years. I mean, I roamed the streets of where I live in Colorado, and absolutely no one could recognize. I could go across the whole earth and no one would recognize me, which I guess was cool because it was sort of like wearing Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. But it was also eye-opening. It wasn't just that I was invisible as myself. I was actually invisible as a person. I mean, I was treated very differently as a young woman than I was as an old woman. And as an old woman, it was hard to get people to be aware I was in the room. It was hard to be waited on. Younger people did treat me with the respect as if I was older, and oftentimes they were older than me and didn't know it, which was wild. And whereas as a young woman, you don't get the same level of respect as an older woman, but no one takes you seriously or your pain seriously. So I guess as an older woman with health problems, my pain was taken more seriously, which was cool. I basically learned that no matter what age you are as a woman, you can't win. I did assume at one point that if I just was a little older, people would respect me more. But if you're an older woman and you lose the attractiveness of youth, you don't have a lot of people interested in what you have to say. The older you get and the more wrinkly you get, the more invisible you become, which is so odd because I find wrinkles to be so attractive. All I do is paint wrinkly old women who I think are just beautiful. And I think wrinkles are stunning. I hope by the time I'm that age, we've changed that particular societal perception. But I also learned how fixated people are on appearance. Like I just said, my pain level became more clear to people. Like it was like, oh, I see now that you're suffering and I see that it's serious instead of me just telling you and then it's invisible and I look great. I mean, we all to a certain degree treat each other based on appearances, but it's especially harsh for any woman, not just young women, not just middle-aged women, not just older women, all the women, and it's a little bit frightening. So at that time that I got the ear piercing, it did actually feel like I died. Like I said, like attending my own funeral. I love that hawk. It just buzzes me when I'm out here. Anyway, I'm back from the dead. Got my voice back. I came out of the wormhole. Even though I didn't have a voice for the last 6 years, I've been a silent observer. And I have a few things to say in this narrow window of time before I become an old, irrelevant woman again.